I hope your day is full of Sprite and 7-Up and Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper and Red Bull and Highball Energy, which is what I'm drinking right now, and coffee and tea and Surge. Do you guys remember the soda Surge? It was popular in the 90s. It was like a Mountain Dew wannabe. Sound off in the comments below if you guys remember Surge, the ultimate drink from the 90s. It used to be at different fountains at restaurants like Fuddruckers. Fuddruckers should not be the name of a restaurant. It sounds like someone's just saying a bad word. Fuddruckers. You Fuddrucker. You mother Fuddrucker. Guys, we have an amazing episode for you this week. It is a solo podcast. I have questions I'm going to be answering. I'm here for you guys on this Wednesday. Let's get into it. But before we get into this week's episode, I just want to tell you about some shows I have coming up. That's right. May 13th, I will be at the Rec Room in Huntington Beach with Kim Congdon. We are co-headlining. And the exciting thing is we are bringing with us Josh Potter, the one, the only Roach, will be in Huntington Beach with us May 13th. Come out, support live comedy. I'm also going to be at the Supernova show in Hollywood. I'll be there on May 20th at 8 p.m. with Kim Congdon as well. Also on the lineup, what else do we have? Oh, here we go. On June 4th, I will be doing a show in Bellflower with Kim Congdon as well. And you can find more show dates on my Instagram and my Twitter at Princess Shank. And before we get into this week's pod, I just want to tell you about something that excites me, and that's socks. Oh yeah, look down at your feet right now. Are you wearing socks? If you're not wearing socks, you should be. Protect your most expensive asset. Protect your feet from those sickos with feet fetishes. Buy a pair of socks. Head to ohyeah.com. That's 3 O's. YEAH.com, discount code Sarah10. They have so many cool socks to choose from. They have everything from alien designs to weed socks to Mr. Rogers, Bob Ross, whatever you're into, there's a pair of socks for you. I even have a pair of Mork and Mindy socks, which I'm obsessed with. Love Robin Williams. All right, guys, for more dates and more info, make sure to follow me at Princess Shank. And make sure to subscribe to this podcast. If you're enjoying this podcast, leave a review. It just takes a second, and that's how people find out about the show. All right, let's get into this week's episode. With me, Shank. Hi. It's me. Welcome. Happy Wednesday, guys. I have a list of things, questions you've asked me. I have some things that I just think I should talk about with you. The first thing is my handwriting. If you saw my handwriting, I would be 5150 almost immediately. My handwriting says I have killed before, and not on stage. Like, I'm sorry, whose notebook is this? Mine or Jeffrey Dahmer's? What's happening? You know? I can write nicely. I've tried to write nicely before, but my final handwriting state, my natural handwriting state is chaotic as fuck. I don't need a handwriting analysis person to tell me there's something deeply disturbed here. Okay? Yeah, you could tell a lot about someone's handwriting. You can tell whether or not, their parents were both in the picture. You could tell how good or bad their childhood was based on their handwriting alone. I'm just happy that I got to learn cursive. I was one of the fortunate people who knows this old-timey fucking skill that I probably never will have to actually use again. They're not teaching cursive in schools anymore. Was I planning on getting into cursive like this? No. I mean, it's a Wednesday. We made it halfway through the week. Why not talk about cursive? Why not talk about handwriting? Why not talk about what someone's handwriting says about them. You can tell who an uptight asshole is if their handwriting's a little too nice. Bitches whose handwriting a little too nice, not to be trusted. They got skeletons in their closet if they're taking extra time to write perfectly. Anyone who has perfect penmanship has issues. People say, my handwriting looks like that of a serial killer, but I disagree. I think if your handwriting is pristine and you're really nailing everything, then there's something wrong with you. Whoever has that much time to spend on their handwriting needs to get a life. I'm talking shit on people's handwriting. I remember when I was 16 and I went to get my driver's license, this was a choice I made. I wrote my last name Weinshenk, and when I went to go put the I, instead of just putting a dot, I put a star. So for like 5 years, my driver's license had a star instead of a dot above the I. That's what happens when you let a 15-year-old get a driver's permit. She puts a star for the I. Nothing says I'm not ready to drive more than putting a star for the I on your name for your driver's license. Someone wanted to ask me this, and then I'm so happy that they did, because this is something I've been dying to get into. Someone said, are rotisserie chickens underrated or overrated? They're underrated. Do you know a rotisserie chicken, the right rotisserie chicken, can change your day. It can make you feel like you're having a home cooked meal and you can just pick it up on the run. I mean, I just start listing the pros of rotisserie chickens for the next 28 minutes. Just gonna be me telling you about what I like about rotisserie chicken. I like the simplicity of it. I like that it's protein. I like that it's pretty healthy. I like that you could cut it up. You could put it in a sandwich. You could put it in a wrap. You could feed it to your dog. I mean, there's a lot you could do with the rotisserie chicken. So do I think that they are overrated? No. I mean, I think they're underrated. I think rotisserie chicken's not getting the love it deserves. If you're someone who loves rotisserie chicken, sound off in the comments below. A bad rotisserie chicken can fuck up your week, though. Nothing like a chicken you can't trust. Like, you have this idea of in your head of having a perfect rotisserie chicken, and you pull up and it's like a little weird looking and you get salmonella. Whoa, not for me. I want my rotisserie chicken fully cooked. I want it fresh. I want it ready to be cut into so I can make some sandwiches. Okay, glad we talked about handwriting and rotisserie chicken. Let's see what else they have on my on my notes. Perfect meal. What's the perfect meal? Okay, so this is a hard question because what sounds good to me today might not be what sounds good to me in a week from now. What sounds good to me today is I'm going salmon, grilled salmon, potatoes, in a salad, an arugula salad mix. I feel like when arugula came out, romaine went away. Does anyone else feel that way? What's up with your lettuce situation? What are your favorite types of lettuces? Are you a spring mix bitch? Are you a kale hoe? Are you a I'm out of salads. I'm out of lettuces. Iceberg, baby. If you're an iceberg, honey, sound off in the comments below. Yeah. Lettuces can really make or break a meal, too. Lettuce, rotisserie chicken. What else do I have to talk to you guys about? Earth Day. White bitches love making Earth Day about themselves. They'll like post a photo shirtless in a field and be like, respect your mother. It's like, this isn't really about your tits, Chloe. This is about the earth and pollution and, that type of thing. Just because one time you did mushrooms and Joshua Tree doesn't mean you're connected with the earth. Am I shitting on people for connecting with the earth? No. I'm shitting on bitches for making Earth Day about themselves, for like standing in a field with their tits out, being like, my mother is also your mother. Respect her. and then photos of like them snorkeling and like a turtle and stuff. Is it wrong that I'm bashing people who respect the earth? No, I'm bashing them for making Earth Day about themselves. We all have that one friend posted a photo in a bikini on Earth Day. The worst experience and best experience high. I mean, I've had a lot of positive experiences high off weed. I mean, and someone also asked, what do I prefer, sativa, indica, or hybrid? I'm a sativa bitch. I'm a sativa diva. The worst thing that happened to me high is when I decided to have an edible before going on stage, and I did half of my set in my regular voice and the last minute of my set in a country accent that I don't even really remember doing. Yeah, I was like one of those people that has like a stroke and then they like speak a different dialect. Okay. But the light came on and I just started talking really fast. And for some reason, everything came out with a southern twang to it. It was uncomfortable for people who were watching. It was so noticeable that the host of the show came back on and said, I don't know why she's speaking in a Western accent when she's from the Valley. So that was humiliating, and that would be my worst experience high. Best experience high? I don't know. I mean, it could be something as simple as having an ice cream cone while stoned. Having an ice cream cone stoned hits different, especially if you are getting good ice cream. A good ice cream is a different experience than a bad ice cream. Some of these ice creams, they're getting a little too elaborate in Los Angeles. To like, oh, I'm sorry, do you want olive oil, sea salt, and the booger of a child in your ice cream? It's like, no, just cookies and cream. What happened to Rocky Road? I don't want rosemary matcha ice cream. I want something straightforward. I don't want the wing of a bird, the petal of a rose, and a sprig of thyme in my ice cream. I want strawberry. I want vanilla. I want coffee. Hit me with the classics, baby. Get the lavender out of my ice cream. I don't know who needs to hear this, but get the lavender out of my fucking ice cream. Wasn't planning on going in ice cream places that hard. Okay, let's see. Success, comedy world. Someone says, what do you describe as success in the comedy world? Being mentally stable, being able to pay my rent, and not comparing myself to other people who are in different career places than me. That's what I would define being successful in comedy. As long as I can pay my rent, I'm getting stage time, and I am loving my life and what I'm doing, and I'm feeling mentally stable and healthy, then I feel like I've had a successful comedy career. Because otherwise, if you're constantly waiting for the next thing to view yourself as being successful, or you're comparing yourself to other people and where that they are, then you're always going to feel like a sense of lack. So I try to be happy with where I am, and I try to remind myself that this is where I'm supposed to be, which is easier said than done sometimes, but I do think that helps. No matter where you are, you can start from where you are. So be thankful for where you are. Tats or piercings? Well, anyone who knows me knows that I have 3 tattoos. I have a bow on the back of my neck that I got at a street fair while wasted at 25 after a family vacation. I thought that it would help. I needed to do something rebellious to feel like I was no longer a member of my family. Okay, that's how well the family vacation went. I was 25. I had the angsty energy of a 14-year-old though, so yeah, I got a bow on my neck. I got a teapot on my side. I got that when I was like 26 or 27. Luckily, it could have been worse. It's a cute little teapot. We love it. And then my last but not least, well, definitely last and least tattoo is my 818 tattoo, which I did get at Skankfest, which I have a friend who told me it looks like two snowmen playing ping pong. And he couldn't be more accurate. So I don't know. It's definitely got like a Holocaust tattoo energy. It has numbers. It's a Brody tattoo. And my area code is also 818. So that's why I got that. I wanted to honor the late, great Brody Stevens, who was a really big impact on me in my comedy and a really good friend and a mentor to me. So when I was fucked up at Skankfest, I said, put those numbers on my body. And the 8s aren't necessarily symmetrical, and I did try to get it laser off, but it didn't come off. So I'm improvising and adapting, evolving, if you will, with my 818 Holocaust tattoo. My grandpa survived the Holocaust only so that I could go get a Holocaust tattoo. Okay. Tattoos are perfect meal. Perfect meal. We already did that. Oh, the rotisserie chicken question. Guys, I saw someone last week with a handkerchief. It was a monogrammed handkerchief. What are you doing with a fucking handkerchief in 2022? I mean, I guess it is more sustainable, but to like take out like a formal napkin, blow your snot into it, and then just continue on as if that shit's normal is weird to me. You know what I mean? Someone asked me if an alien came down and abducted me, if I would be open to that experience. I think that I'd be open to an alien abduction if I could then come back from whatever outer space and do like an hour-long special on my experience being abducted. I don't know if that would if people would hear that, or if it would be I would do the abduction, the Shank special. It's just like an hour of me telling you what happened when I was abducted. I do it for the comedy. I don't know. Do you think being abducted is traumatic? I'm not really sure what happens when you're abducted. I watched E.T. once in the 80s, and that's the extent that I know about aliens. I mean, I'd get abducted for the material, though. Why not? Why the fuck not? Guys, what did we leave with? Abductions. All right, let's get back into it, shall we? I know that I'm getting older because I Googled, can you say cock on TikTok? Which if I was young, I would just know that you can't say cock on TikTok. So some days I feel weird that I'm a 35-year-old and those are the types of Google searches I'm doing while my peers are on their third child. You know what I mean? I'm out here like, oh, can I say cock on TikTok? I can't. Fuck. That fucks up this clip. Now I gotta bleep out the word cock. You know, my priorities are so different from the priorities of someone else my age who has a family. Catch me Googling, can I say cock on TikTok? Also, okay, the advice that the algorithm gives me freaks me out. It's like, the algorithm knows I'm depressed before me. I'm like, I'm sorry, algorithm. I do need some more Prozac. Thanks for reminding me. How did you know that, you know? The algorithm gives unsolicited advice constantly, and frankly, it's annoying. And sometimes it fucks up my self-esteem. When the algorithm's like, have you tried ketamine therapy? I'm like, oh, the algorithm knows I'm not okay. The algorithm knows I'm not well. The algorithm is letting me know I need help before I'm letting me know I need help. And that's 2022, baby. The algorithm is your best friend. The algorithm is your emergency contact. It's 2022, baby. Joann's Fabrics. Dude, I don't know if you guys have ever gone into Joann's Fabrics, but I'm telling you, that shit's the most boring place you could ever go. It's just like rows and rows of fabrics. It's like where old ladies who are into gingerbread homes go to get fabrics to sew things. I'm just confused as to who's still sewing their clothes. Like, I guess it would save money to be sewing clothes, but the thought of sewing clothes seems so old school. If I could sew clothes, I'd be living a different life, honey. I'd make the world my runway. Everywhere I'd go, I'd be wearing a cape. I'd be wearing a cloak. I'd be wearing a crown. This is me deciding on this episode of Shank that I'm going to start sewing. Catch me at Joann's. Joann's, I can't believe that's still in business. I also can't believe Kinkos is still in business. What is Kinkos? Kinkos is like, hasn't been updated since 1994. It's just a printer shop whose printers don't work. I don't know. Every time I go into Kinkos, there's like one person working. It's like, it's one person working and one person there because everyone else has computers and printers. It's like, how do they even stay in business at Kinkos? Why is it called Kinkos? Was that the family name? I mean, these are things that I think about. I'm up late at night while you're sound asleep. I'm worrying about my handwriting, if people are going to think I'm a serial killer. And also, like, how is Kinkos in business? How is Joann's Fabrics in business? These are the things that I need to know the answers to. If you work at a Kinkos, sound off in the comments below, because you probably have a lot of time to just listen to podcasts. I can't imagine Kinkos being packed. I went into Kinkos. Also weird that Kinkos survived COVID. A communal office space where you just go print and touch keys after someone else has been touching keys. I don't know. Not into it at all. Let me sip my drink. Haircuts will make you feel like a different person. You ever get a haircut, you look in the mirror and it's not what you expected? It's hard. It's a hard day. Luckily, you just tell yourself that shit will grow back. But haircuts don't get enough credit for shaping the person who gets their haircut. Like, one bad haircut could ruin your sex life. One bad haircut could ruin your personal life. One bad haircut can ruin your work life. One bad haircut could ruin a marriage. One day he comes home, his hair's all fucked up, you don't view him the same. I don't know. Sound off below if you've ever had a really bad haircut and it ruined your life for a short amount of time. Also, this is a PSA to let people know, don't be afraid of getting your hair cut. Be afraid of trusting the wrong person to cut your hair. This is just me spitballing here on this Wednesday. I'm talking haircuts. I'm talking aliens. I'm talking Kinkos. I'm talking Joann's Fabrics. Honey, what aren't I talking? If you don't wash your sheets once a week, you're a disgusting pig. I have that on my list of things to do. It's like, here's my to-do list, but then also and then also there's just crazy things like Earth Day, serial killer handwriting, all those things. Guys, last week was my birthday. I celebrated by spraying silly string all over myself and my loved ones. No, but if I did do that, wouldn't that be like a fun energy to bring to 35? Like, yeah, it's the Shank silly string party. I don't know. Guys, I just wanted to check in with you. I wanted to just do a quick pod. I had a guest cancel, so I thought I would just come on myself, talk to my people, connect with you guys, see what's going on, answer some questions. Someone asked me about unhygienic buttholes. Okay, normally some comics, they would just ignore this question, not me. Let's get into it. Nothing worse than a dirty asshole. How can we avoid this from happening? 1, wipes. Have wipes. If you don't have a bidet, get a butt wipe. And, make sure your butt is pristine. It's 2022. Wipe your ass. Clean your ass, guys. there's no excuse. There's no excuse. People are eating ass, if you're trying to get your ass eaten, clean your ass. You heard it here on Shank. This is a PSA to remind everyone that to wash their ass. I have a bidet. I like it. But if I'm somewhere that doesn't have a bidet, I also have wipes. I'm all about being hygienic in terms of like ass, vagina, all the whole situation. You got to keep that shit pristine. Okay? Was I planning on talking asshole hygiene? No. But these are the questions. You guys send the questions. I just answer the questions. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening to another episode of Shank. This is a quick one. I just wanted to check in with you. Sound off below if you're enjoying this podcast. Tell your friends about this podcast. New episodes every Wednesday here on Shank. And we'll see you next week. Bye. Oh, also make sure to subscribe to my podcast, This Bitch with Kimberly Congdon. Okay, guys, we'll see you soon. Bye.